Y'all give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Cool beans. So appreciate you guys jumping on the call with me. I'm trying to get the ball rolling, trying to get everybody going as fast as I possibly can. This meeting here is specifically phone script training. I do want to start this by saying, listen, there are a million phone scripts available to you. I've created 3 personally. You can find a phone script anywhere. The thing with the phone script is this: you just got to get used to doing it and doing it live and doing it often. Like, you got to be able to have reps to get better. It doesn't matter which phone script you use. Like, I don't care which phone script you use. Whichever one you feel comfortable with to help you book appointments, go with that one. Uh, the biggest thing with phone script is having enough opportunities and enough dials, and then just being able to overcome the objections. That's the biggest thing with the phone script. I will always say to you guys, when you dial, expect at least 2 objections that you're going to have to overcome. Okay, automatically off the rip. Okay, you nobody like you if you have like what we call lay downs, perfect. Lay downs are few and far between. You're not going to have a bunch of lay downs when you're dialing. So you're going to have to learn and understand how to overcome objections. So that's the biggest thing. Okay. So let's start here. What I want to do, I know I've got a few people that is going to family reunion. So let me go over real quick what the family reunion stuff is. I know, Kim, you asked me to go over that with you guys, so I'm going to do that real quick, just to kind of get that going. So family reunion, that is August the 2nd through the 4th in Burlington, North Carolina. It is at our headquarters there. That's where NAA is headquartered. Um, the So if you've never been to one of our conferences before, it's one of those situations where they're going to train you. You're going to hear a lot from our top performers and our top agents in the group. Now, we do have some of the rah-rah stuff. It's not a lot of that. Like, we don't do a lot of the over the top, rah 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 rah. It's really more of a training sequence than anything. Right now, we do have some of that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but the majority of how our conferences are done, they're done off of the basis of training agents who are coming through to be able to go out and perform to the best of their ability. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what you can expect from the conferences. The great thing about family reunion is like, we do what we call breakout sessions. So you get to pick and choose what particular type of training you want at this particular time, and then you break out. There's going to be like a Megan Wood or a Brian Rojas or Andy Riddle or somebody like that is going to be talking during those individual breakout sessions. So it give you a chance to really be like up close and personal, learning about different different trainings. So it's kind of what we're going to talk about today. So that's going to be Friday night. So Thursday from 12 to 6 is going to be the estate planning training from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. All right. And you can sign up for that on the app or on the link that I sent everybody in the group. Okay. The estate planning is going to basically be teaching you about trust, how to set up trust for people, how to basically get them, how to basically get their funding together to fund their trust and their trust setup, as well as, like, these are high earning people. These are people that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So they've got a lot of safe money. So that is also going to be able to teach you how to maneuver some of that money, some of those funds from their 401ks, if they have an IRA or some type of retirement setup, to an annuity, right? So that's going to be the estate planning. So that's Thursday from 12 to 6. So it's all day. So if you can get there a day early to do that, by all means, go ahead. I'll be there. So that's Thursday. And then so Friday morning starts the breakout sessions. So starting at 9 a.m., they're doing, I think, 30-minute breakout sessions, 30-minute training sessions. So they're doing a breakdown or a small cluster of the estate training on Friday morning at 9 a.m. All right. Also going on at that time, they have a breakout training on how to work your current clients, right? So if you already have clients on the books, how to essentially work those clients to either give you referrals or to be able to help them with other products that we may have. So there's going to be someone teaching and training on how to work your current clients. I'll be signed up for that one because I've got a ton of clients. Okay. And then at 9:30, they have a breakout teaching about recruiting and building. Okay. So I think that's going to be our President's Club staff. It's going to be talking about how to use stuff like Zip Recruiter and Monster and things like that to help you get resumes, and then show you how to call those resumes, book appointments off of those resumes, and basically hire people from like Monster and Zip Recruiter. So that's going to be that. And then I think at 10 a.m., they're going to have a case studies on IUL and annuities. So basically, they'll be going over how to set up IULs and how to basically find annuity money. Okay, so that's at 10 o'clock. So I think somebody from like BAM, which is our financial advisory group, they're going to be basically holding that breakout session on teaching about the IUL, as well as how to find safe money and doing annuities. So that's at 10 a.m. 10:30, I'm going to be glued to this seat, first row, on how to get new agents selling fast. Right? I think I put this one in the group. If we can learn how to get new people writing business extremely fast, we all become millionaires very quickly. Just saying. We become millionaires very fast. If you're working a job right now, if you can teach somebody else how to do this business and get them going quick, you will not be at your job long. And that is a promise. Okay, so somebody's going to be teaching on how to get people going, how to get them going quickly, how to get them going as fast as you possibly can. So I'll be glued to that one. That's at 10:30. And then at 11 o'clock, they have another breakout. This is more of an advanced IUL and annuity training. So if you want to get more advanced training on annuities and IULs, that's that training. And then the last one on Friday is going to be at 11:30. How to build your base shop by hiring staff, right? I haven't got to this point yet, but I'm eventually getting there to the point where I'm going to have to hire like an assistant or something like that to help me onboard new people, because right now I'm having to do that by myself, and that kind of takes away a little bit from what I need to be doing on an everyday basis. So they're going to be training on how you can basically hire assistants or hire part-time people to help you in transitioning your new people into your base shop. So that's going to be at 11:30. Okay. So if you're going to the to family reunion, make sure that you guys sign up for those breakouts, because space is limited. So for the breakouts, these are not like $100. I mean, 100 people. It's going to be more like 35, 50, maybe 60 people per breakout course. So it's essential that you sign up for that ASAP. Like me, I've already signed up for mine. I already did my which ones I want to go to. I've already signed up for them, so that way I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so that's Thursday. I'm sorry, that's Friday, and then that's during Friday during the daytime. Then the actual event starts, I think, at 5 or 6, something to that degree. That's when the actual I don't want to say gala, but that's when the actual event starts. Everything kicks off at 6 o'clock. Okay. You can also get your lanyards, all that stuff. You can get that before the event start, or you can get it once you pull up. Okay. So that's how that works. Anybody got
John,
any questions?
yeah, I
Yep.
got a question. So
Mm-hmm.
the class Thursday is more extensive than the one on Friday.
Yes, because that class on Friday is only like 30, 45 minutes. That
Okay.
one Thursday is going to be 6 hours.
Okay.
So it's going to be a full day of just estate planning. Friday they're going to try to condense all of that down to like 45 minutes, maybe an hour.
Okay.
Yep. And I don't think it's a continuation course. Yeah, it's just they got the one on Thursday and then they're doing the smaller one on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool beans. Anybody else got any questions about family reunion before we dive into this script training? Okay. All right. So, excuse me. Let's talk about script real quick, guys. So, the thing with the script is this: you don't have to be perfect at the script. You just have to know it enough to be able to book as many appointments as possible. Now, the thing with dialing comes to you really just being able to crush the phone as much as possible. It ain't about being the best dialer. It's not about, having the phone script down to a science to where, you know, you got the best phone script in the game. Like none of that stuff matters. Be honest with you, it doesn't matter which phone script you use. Biggest thing is learning the objections and how to overcome those objections, because you're going to get a ton of them. And it doesn't matter what lead you use. It doesn't matter if it's an A lead, if it's a B lead, a G lead, a F lead, a bang bang lead, or whatever the case may be. It does not matter. You're going to get objections and you're going to get a lot of them. Okay. Not only are you going to get a lot of objections, you're going to get people that's going to be mean. Okay. You're going to get people that's going to be a little sour. You're going to get people that are going to say, stop calling my effing phone. You're going to get people that's going to hang up on you. You're going to get people that's going to laugh in your face and tell you that they didn't submit it. Don't call me no more. Don't do this, yada, 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 yada. My thing to you all is this, guys. Don't take none of that stuff personal. Okay? They don't know you. You don't know them. Don't take it personal. My second thing to that is use every, like if you got 20 leads, you need to be able to soak up and squeeze out as much of those leads as you possibly can. Okay? I promise you. You can't be, oh, they said they ain't interested, and then you throw it away. You cannot do that. You got to squeeze every ounce of juice out those leads. Meaning that if you got to call them 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or 12, 15 times, so be it. That's what you do. That means that if you got to, okay, I'm out and about, I've got 3 appointments on this side of town, but I also got 4 people on this side of town I ain't been able to get in touch with, then I need to go knock on the door and show them the lead that, hey, I'm here. You fill this information out. I'm here to bring it to you. A lot of times, a couple of things happen. You're able to book an appointment from doing that right then or right there, or you're able to go and do a presentation. Worst case scenario, they just tell you they don't want to do it. It is what it is. And Kim can attest to this. Kim actually door knocked the wrong door one time and still went in and wrote an app on knocking on the wrong door. But she never would have done that if she didn't go through the entire part of the business. Okay. And again, you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. It's a part of it. Right. I know if Vario want me to tell this or not, but him and I talk all the time. This man dials and dials and dials and dials and dials, right? And makes contacts with a lot of people. But then he also get hung up on quite a bit, right? I mean, he called me one day, like, bro, I had 17 contacts and 17 people hung up in my face, right? It's a part of it. It's a part of it. But I remember on one of the call that Mia, one of the things that stuck with me that Mia said on a call is she said the things that you might not look at it this way, but the things that you're doing now, this is creating a compounding interest for what you're building in the future. You might not see it that way right now, but you are creating compounding interest on what's to come. But you, of course, we don't see that. We don't want to hear that. We're like, yo, I need that. I need this money. I need that sale. I ain't trying to hear that. But it does ring true. So the things that you're doing right now, yeah, it's going to be a slow evolution. It's going to be a slow evolution. Okay. But the thing is, the more you do it, the better you get, the more professional you are, the more opportunities you're going to have to sit with people. And y'all, I'm just gonna be honest. This is a numbers game, man. It is 100% a numbers game. Doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter about how good you are on the phone, how good you are at doing a presentation. None of that matters. Does it help? Sure, but this is a numbers game. If I have 100 people to dial, I can probably make 300, 400, 500 dials and get in contact with 50 people. Out of 50 people, I can probably book 17 appointments. 17 appointments, I could probably sit anywhere from 6 to 10. Out of 6 to 10, I could probably write 4. How is that? How are those numbers like that? Because that's just what the law of numbers say. Right? It's just the law of numbers. So that's what this thing is about. And then all the rest of the stuff like getting referrals and stuff like that helps as well. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys to, if you're going to do it, do the whole thing, work the whole business. Don't just work one piece of it, work the entire business. I say this all the time about being a butt agent. A butt agent, again, you want to do this, but I don't want to do that. I want to do that, but I don't want to do this, right? I want to dial, but I don't want to go knock on a door. I'll go knock on a door, but I don't want to sit on my phone and dial all day, right? I'm just telling you that's not going to work. I hate this thing. Goodness gracious. It's time for me another computer. So that's the gist of the dialing. Just kind of want to give you guys a breakdown and then give you a mental what's the word I'm looking for here? Just I guess a mental understanding of what you're getting ready to go through. Because it ain't easy. It ain't easy. But if you can do this part of the business and do it well enough to where you can book a lot of appointments, you can fare well. You can fare well. So it's my goal and my job to help you do that. And I want to help you guys try to get to that point to where you can book 20 appointments a week. Like that's the ultimate goal. is to help you guys try to book 20 appointments a week. If you can book 20 appointments, you can write 5 apps a week. If you can write 5 apps, that's like $3,000, anywhere from $25 to $3,000 in annual premium. Sometimes could be more than that. That's $2,000 to $2,500 in your pocket per week. Again, I like to be realistic though, and let you know that this is not going to be a easy thing to achieve now. It's not easy, but you gotta keep putting the work in. Okay, you gotta keep doing the work. Okay. Going to let me do that.
I got a question, John. So
yeah.
So for those 20 appointments, how many leads would you say you will need to get so you can book 20 appointments a week?
I would say probably 50, 70, somewhere around there. 50 probably be more. I mean, probably more. 70 would be more realistic and advantageous. You can get away with 50 probably. Then too, I will say this too. It depends on the area that you're in as well. that kind of plays a factor into it too. You know what I mean? But 50 leads should be able to book 15 to 20 appointments from 50 leads. And then also remember, we're also adding into that referrals. So if you're getting your referrals along with your leads, you should be able to do 20 appointments. Because a lot of people think that it's just I gotta book all appointments from the leads. No, that's everything. That's leads plus referrals. All of that is inside of that. So you got to add that, add that to the bank, right?
John,
and you're not gonna get 15 referrals from everybody. I'm sorry, Kim. You're not gonna get 15 referrals from everybody, right?
I was just gonna add too. I think a lot of it has to do you making contact with that person. When you calling those leads, some of those leads I've called 30 and 40 times. I might call morning, lunch, dinner, weekend, weekday, go by the house. It just depends too how many times you call them. You have to contact them.
Yep. You have to steadily work your leads, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just get a batch, and because you didn't catch them the first time you dialed, you're like, okay, I'm not going to dial them again. You can't do that. Like Kim said, you got to call. Like sometimes you got to call these people 3, 4, 5 times a day. You got to call them in the morning, call them at mid lunch, midday, afternoon, evening. Like what? My man, I was listening to Cody Askins the other day. Cody Askins says, "What are you willing to do to get to where you want to be?" Right? Like, how many dials are you willing to make? How many times do you have to dial these people to get them on the phone? I don't know. However many dials it takes. You just got to dial. You just got to keep them going. You got to reach out. You got to touch them. You got to go see them. You just have to do everything. You can't just be laxed. Can't be okay, I'll dial today and then I ain't gonna dial them again till like next week. No, blow these people phone up. Listen, you got to call these people. And then you got to think too, some of these people are 60 and 70 years old. Like you have to call. You got to call. Yeah. Go ahead, Don.
I'm sorry. You were talking about depending on your area, So if you live in a mostly residential area, would you concentrate on a particular lead like mortgage protection as opposed to final expense, or would you get both final expense leads and mortgage protection leads?
Yeah, I don't discriminate against no lead. I want them all. I want them all. I want mortgage protection. I want final expense. Hell, if I can get me some annuity and some IUL leads, I'm getting them too. I'm taking them all. Because here's the thing I know about lead. A lead is a lead. It is a lead, right? Mortgage protection is fine. Only thing with mortgage protection is you got to understand that you're dealing with people who are still working. So you got to figure out what their work schedule is. When you dial them, they may be busy. They ain't got time. They can't talk. So these people are probably still working. With the final expense leads, and these folks at the house watching The Price is Right. Watching Victor. They still watching Victor from the Young and the Restless.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Yep. And like Kim say, if they got pets, we got pet insurance. We got a PHMA. You can sell them that. Right. So yeah, I would just say, like, I wouldn't discriminate. Whatever lead is in my area, I would get it. Mortgage protection, final expense, whatever I can get my hands on, I would just make myself accessible to get all the leads. And I think in your area, Mr. James Coleman is getting all the final expense leads.
He eating it up. He eating up everything. I gotta go out further. I gotta cast my net further.
Right. He getting all the final expense leads in Henry, because that's where he is. I think he's in Stockbridge. So yeah, he eating all that stuff up.
That's exactly where I'm at.
But yeah.
In Stockbridge. So I have to go out a little further. I have to go to another county. Go out a little, at least like 45 minutes, an hour out.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can tell you, like, nobody's working South 75. Everybody's working more so towards like coming into the city, but nobody's working 75 going south. So like what's that, like Jackson County and those places like that. Nobody's working those areas at all. I don't think so. So that may be something to look into as well. I mean, I've even worked all the way down to Macon before.
Look in Douglasville too.
Yep, look at Douglas. Now it's a ton of leads in Douglasville, that's for sure. Because ain't nobody running Douglasville. Yep, that's a great point.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. All right, cool beans. Well, listen, let's jump into this thing. Let me pull up my script. Can everybody see my screen, by the way? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. So when it comes to script, the first 5 seconds of the script sets the tone. First 5 seconds sets the tone. And really all you got to learn how to say is their name. Hey, Avario. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Alice. Hey, Dawn. I don't want you to be saying Mr. this or Mrs. that. I don't know if I got this on my script or not. Don't ask how they doing. Don't do that. Because nobody really cares. You don't really care. I don't really care. They don't really care. Right? That creates a pause. If you create pauses inside of your script, that's going to allow them to start asking questions. And at that point, at this time, I'm not ready for them to start asking questions yet. So your first 5 seconds inside of your script is going to be critical. You don't want to be really, really happy on the phone. I don't need you sounding like, you just won a lottery. Okay, so don't sound super, super happy. But then also don't sound like, you are a bill collector either. You want to sound like you're a friend. So when I call you, hey, Alvario, that sounds like somebody who knows me, as opposed to me saying, hey, is this Mr. Smith? Don't ask them no questions either. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to jump on my phone real quick, y'all. I'm gonna have to get off because this thing is tripping. Let me do it for my phone. Where is it? I hate when I do this.
Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
That ain't gonna work either. I thought I was gonna have better reception in this house. Evidently not. Anyway, no misters, no Mrs. Do not ask how they're doing. Get right into the script. Hey Kim. Hey Dawn. Hey Alvario. Hey Alice. Hey Kay. Like, get used to doing that part, right? Because when you do that, the first thing they're gonna say is, "Who is this number?" Well, first of all, who is this calling me, right? And they don't when you do that, they don't look at you as a bill collector. When you call them and ask them, hey, is this Mr. or Mrs. such and such, or can I speak to Mrs. Rainey, or can I speak to Mr. Smith? Right now, you are a bill collector. First thing they're gonna do is hang up the phone. They're gonna hang it up in your face. So I don't ask, hey, Mr., hey, Mrs. I don't sound too up. I don't sound too down. I sound just like somebody that they know. Hey, Kim, what's up? Hey, Alvario, what's good, man? How you been? Just talking. Hey, Alvario. Hey, Kay. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Jasmine. Get used to doing that. Your tone and how you speak is critical. That's why I say you don't want to be too up. You don't want to be too down. Another thing is you have to learn how to match their energy. If they speak low and slow, then you need to speak low and slow. If they speak super quick, high pitch, now I ain't say you got to have a high pitched voice, but you need to talk with a sense of urgency. If they're talking with a sense of urgency, you talk with a sense of urgency. Okay? You have to pattern match. That's critical. You're matching energy. So tone, pattern matching, and then enunciation. Enunciate your words, right? And I know y'all looking at me like, why is this dude talking about enunciation? Because you get some people, they can't pronounce words correctly. So enunciate your words so that these people can understand who you are. So that way there's no miscommunication. So those are the three, and all that happens in the first 5 seconds of your call. First 5 seconds. If you can do that and keep them on the phone, that's a win. Okay. Now, the second thing, get into the script. The script, if you can learn the script without looking at it, that is going to help you tremendously. The reason being is you don't want to sound like a robot. You don't want to be like, hey, Kim, this is John calling from the Department of Insurance. Hey, blah, 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 blah. No, you want to sound like you're just having a conversation with people, but you're not going to be able to do that until you learn the script. So with the script, you got to practice, 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 and practice. You got to role play, role play, role play, role play. It's the only way you're going to get better at the script, guys. is you have to role play. Okay, do it on your husband, do it on your wife, do it on your cousins, do it on your mom, do it on your sister, do it on your folks. Role play the script until you have it down. And then once you get to that point, you don't sound repetitive. You don't sound robotic. Robotic gives off scam. Robotic gives off bill collectors. I told you want to create a friend. That's why you have to get better at the script. You got to get used to the script. Okay, so I've got three different scripts that I use, just depending on the lead that I have. So if I'm using bang bang leads, I use this script. It's the only one. If I'm using direct mail leads, then I'll pick between this one, whichever one is working for the day. That's the one I pick. I got 2 different direct mail scripts. So I got this one, and then I got this like the first one I created. This is the one that works for me a lot more. Okay, so I've got both of these scripts that I use. So let's get into it. So if I'm dialing bang bang leads, here's how I want that approach to go. So Avario, you ready? You my guinea pig as always, starting out.
Work.
All right, here we go. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hey Avario, it's John. Hey man, I'm calling about the internet request you submitted, inquiring about the state regulated programs for people your age. Hey, I just wanted to make sure you were still at the 123 Main Street address. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect. Hey man, listen, they got me out in your area doing some drop-offs tomorrow. Hey, does 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. work best for me to get this information out to you?
Let's do 9.
9 a.m. All right. Hey, do me a quick favor. Grab something to write with. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So my name is John. I'm coming tomorrow at 9 a.m. Let me give you a confirmation number real quick so you can identify me when I get there. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. 486419. Okay.
Got it.
Avario, real quick, does the number show up on the mailbox, the garage, or the actual house?
It's on the garage.
On the garage. All right, perfect. Hey, what color is the garage?
It's white.
White. Okay, cool beans. Well, listen, make sure you let Janine know I'll be coming tomorrow at 9 a.m. So that way when I get there, she don't pull the shotgun or stick the dogs out on me, okay?
Okay, I made sure the gun is put up.
All right, cool beans, man. Well, look, I'll be pulling up in a red SUV, short, bald-headed guy with the beard. So when you see me, you know it's me. I'll talk to you then.
All right, man. See you.
Okay? Simple. The first 30 seconds, this part right here, I want to get through this part without them stopping me. That's why I don't ask how you doing. So this part right here is the first 15 to 30 seconds. Most important part. Okay? All right. So let's do it again. And then now we're going to talk about some objections real quick. Super simple. When it comes to objections, I want to use what we call AIM. That's the acronym I want to use. I want to acknowledge it. I want to ignore it. And I want to move on back to the script. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter what objection they give me. It doesn't matter. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to ignore it. And then I'm going to move on. Okay. So let's do that real quick. And there's a million. This is like an equation, guys. There's a million ways to break an objection. Okay. Let me give you this real quick before we move to that part. When you're dialing, you got 2 results that you're looking for Just two. The first one is you're gonna either book the appointment or they gonna hang up the phone in your face. That's it. Those are the two goals. I'm either gonna book the appointment or you're gonna have to hang up in my face. I'm not letting you off the hook with a I'm not interested. I'm not letting you off the hook with I already got it. I'm not letting you off the hook with can you put it in the mailbox. I'm not letting you off the hook with, oh, well, I don't make those kind of decisions. I'm not letting you off the hook for none of that. So you're going to have to hang up in my face. So I'm going into it with the mentality that you're going to have to hang up on me to get me off this call. Here's the thing with that. If you're sitting on the phone with them for 2-3 minutes and they ain't hung up the phone yet, you are winning. You are winning the battle. So go into it thinking like that. Because obviously, I would say 99% of you all, when you get a phone call from somebody you don't want to talk to, what do? You hang the phone up. This is the same thing. So when I think about it, I'm like, yo, I've been talking to you for 2 minutes and you ain't hung the phone up yet. Obviously, you must like me. Because we still doing a do-si-do. So two outcomes. Book the appointment or ma'am, sir, you're going to have to hang up. It's like being on the phone with your boyfriend and your girlfriend back in the day. You hang up. No, you hang up. You hang up. No, you hang up. That's what this is. All right. So, Vario, let's get into some pushback. Let's get into some objections here, and then I'm gonna start letting you guys role play when I go through this thing with a Vario. So, Vario, you a bang bang lead. Let's go. Ring ring.
Oh.
Vario, you ready?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. All right, here we go. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, Vario. Hey, it's John. Hey, man, I'm calling you about the internet request you submitted, inquiring
This is
about
who?
the state-regulated programs of final expense. This is John. Hey, I'm calling about the state-regulated final expense programs for people your age in the state of Georgia. Hey, just wanted to make sure
I'm not interested, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for your time. I'm not interested.
Hey, listen, I completely understand that. That makes my job a whole lot easier. Hey, are you still at 123 Main Street down there in Columbus?
How you get my address?
Yeah, so basically you went online, filled out a form, and then basically your information came to me for me to give you a call. Hey, is that address correct?
I just be clicking on stuff, man. I'm good. Like I said, I'm good. I don't want it. Just
Hey,
I
tell you what. Listen, my wife does that all the time, man. And look, I don't necessarily have a list to take you off of, but my job is to get this info out to you. So, hey, real quick, tomorrow I'll be in your area. Hey, does 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. work best for me to get this info out to you?
Neither one, because I'm not interested. I'm good. I don't want it. I'm not going to keep repeating myself.
No, I got you, man. Look, I completely understand that. No problem. And like I said, I just need to get the info out to you. Whatever you choose to do with it is completely up to you. 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. work best for me to get this info out.
Man, I said I'm not interested. You know what? Don't make me call the police.
Hey, well, look, I tell you what. I want you to go ahead and call the police. So when I get there, because if we don't get this information out to you, your family is gonna be in trouble, man. So look 9 a.m. or 5
man,
p.m.
If you keep talking, man, this is a recorded line. So if you try to pull up to my house, we will have a problem. Okay.
I got you. Look, you sound like somebody you don't want nobody to come to your house. I completely understand that. So look, I got about 4 or 5 appointments I got to get to. So look, I'll just drop this information off to you real quick, and then I'll be on my way. 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. works best for you.
Hang up.
Hang up. All right, cool.
Hey, I almost woke my daughter off of
that. So look, that's what you're gonna get, guys. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna go through that, and then they're gonna hang up on you. That's fine. Guess what? I just hang up and I call them right back, and I be like, hey, Avario, man, look, my bad. I lost contact with you. hey, does 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. work best for me to get this stuff out to you?
Yeah, I know we lost contact because I'm the one that hung up. Now don't call my phone again, or I will call the sheriff. I know him personally.
Okay. Hey, you know the number? You know the number
Yeah,
to
I
the
do.
sheriff department?
I do. You
What,
want it?
911?
Yep, that's it.
It's 911, ain't it?
Yep, that's
Okay,
it.
all right, perfect. Well, listen, make sure you dial 911 when I get there so I can get this information out to you so they can see that, hey, you fill this thing out. I'm just here I'm the messenger. So don't shoot the
John, I
messenger,
know you
okay?
ain't calling the people back. I know.
You want to bet?
I know you.
Yeah,
Man, you
now look,
trying to
now
get
if they hang
somebody
up on me
killed.
twice. Now look, if they hang up on me twice, then I don't call them back after that. But I will call and be like, hey, sorry I lost connection with you. Look, I just got to get this information out to you. Whatever you choose to do with it's completely up to you. 9 a.m., 5 p.m. work best for you. I try to do it twice. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now if they hang up on me 2 times, then I move on. But I do try to make sure I do my due diligence. But and another reason I did that too is I want you guys to get hey, this is what you're gonna get. How do you overcome this stuff? And look, sometimes I try to take it personal. I laugh. I'm joking. I try to have fun. I ain't gonna sit here and say I try to piss people off, but sometimes when you being an asshole, I'm trying to piss you off.
Well,
But
what I do is when people hang up on me like that, I won't call them back. I'll wait like a week or 2, and when I'm in their area, I'll go by their house, and then I let them tell me no to my face.
Oh yeah, I'm coming to see you.
I'm coming to see you. Cause that when they hang up to me, that's like okay, you want me to come visit you? Oh, okay, I get it. Okay,
right. And look, don't be afraid to go see them, cause look, they ain't gonna know it's you that called them. They ain't gonna know it was you that was on the phone. And then I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my experience too, guys. I've had experiences where people have been just downright awful to me on the phone, but then when I get to the house, they be just as nice and cool and want to invite me to the barbecue and give me lemonade and fix my plate, all that stuff. So I've been there and done it. But then you do get those savory characters that be like, man, didn't I tell you that I don't want to, I ain't interested? You do get those, right? So when I go to the house, just gonna kind of give you guys a real tutoring session right here. When I go to the house and they tell me that they're not interested, here's what I say. I say, okay, all right, so Miss Rainey, you're not interested. You don't want this, right? Just want to make sure. Okay, so here's what I need you to do. Can you sign this lead saying that you are not interested in leaving behind any resources to your family when you pass away? Can you sign that for me?
that's good stuff right there, John.
That's what I do. I have them sign a lead. Hey, so just sign right here saying that you do not want to pass down any kind of money or funds to your family when you pass away. Just sign your name right here. And this will get you off the list. Well, hold up now. Wait a minute. What you mean pass down some money? Hey, well, I told you that's what I was coming for. You got 10, 15 minutes. We can have a conversation about it. And I'm telling you, you'd be amazed at how many people be like, oh, well, okay, well, yeah, well, I want to pass down some money to my kids. Yeah. All right, well, let's talk. So do that when you go door knock and they say, I told you I wasn't interested. All right, cool. Well, go ahead, sign right here saying that you don't want to pass any money down to your kids. Boom, move on. Okay. All right. Let's do this. So objections. Again, doesn't matter what they say. As you can see, Elvario gave me like 5 or 6 objections. Doesn't matter. My job is to try to overcome the objection. And look, I don't get hostile with them. Don't get angry. Don't get upset. Overcome it. Acknowledge it. ignore it, go, just move on. If they hang up, fine. You got another lead, dial it. Right? All right. So we're gonna go for another 15 minutes. I want to try to get how many people I got on. I got 15 people. Well, I got a few you guys driving, and a few of you guys are at work. So let's do this. Some of my seasoned people, like Avario, Kim, you've been dialing. Who else have been dialing? I want you guys to hear their take on how they do it as well, because I've been doing it for a minute. Now, am I perfect? Absolutely not. But I'm perfect enough to book appointments. Okay. Kim said, I got VA. I don't need it. Perfect. Hey, listen, first of all, I'm glad you got that taken care of through the VA. That makes my job a whole lot easier. So all I got to do is just come by. I can get you off my call list, get this to you, and then I'll be on my way. Hey, what works best for you, 9 a.m. or 5 p.m.? I said I don't want it. Perfect. I got you. Completely understand that. Look, makes my job a whole lot easier. All I got to do is drop this information off to you, and then I'll be on my way. I got 5 other appointments I got to get to, so I can't spend a whole lot of time there. 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. work best for you. Somebody give me another objection. What's another one?
You put it in my mailbox.
Hey, listen, I'm 5'7", 200 pounds, and I can't fit in your mailbox. But what I can do is I can bring this by, take me 5 minutes to go over it with you, and then I'll be on my way. 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. works best for you.
Neither one will work because I don't make decisions about my spouse.
You said what now?
I don't make decisions without my spouse.
You know what? You better not. Me either. My wife throw me off the roof. So look, let's do this. What time does you and your spouse normally get home and settled?
See, tomorrow won't be good, but Wednesday 5 p.m. will be good.
So let's do Wednesday at 5. So I'll come by, give me some grace, give me between 5 and 5:30. You know, traffic can be a little crazy. So give me some grace, and I'll stop by Wednesday between 5 and 5:30. Make sure your wife is there. Tell her I'm coming. And then that way I can just go over this information with you guys, and then we can just go from there.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay, look, Kim, you said, well, what's another one? Oh, I'm sorry. I missed it. Shoot. We said I don't have anybody to leave it to. Okay, I don't have anybody to leave it to. Okay, all right, perfect.
Yeah, I get that
Well,
a
hey,
lot.
listen, Kim. Look, I get it. You may not have anybody to leave it to, but hey, listen, guess what? Somebody's got to take care of your final expenses. So what I want to do is just make sure that we got that taken care of, so that way you ain't a burden on somebody. Okay. What time works best for you? 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. for me to just come by and have a conversation? Somebody got to pick that tab up. And look, they get, I say, listen, Kim, somebody cares about you. So somebody's going to make sure that when you do pass away, that stuff has got to be taken care of. Okay. So what time works best for me to come by? 9 a.m. or 5 p.m.? Pull on their heartstrings, y'all. Like, hey, somebody's got, believe it or not, even if they say that they ain't building. Okay. Let's see. You get there, nobody answers the door. So I'll tell you what you need. So you got to get you some of these. So if you're out and you're door knocking, get you some of these yellow slips. So what I do, what I put on here is I put their name, I put their date of birth on here, and then I put my contact number, and then I put final attempt. So when I put that information on this on this sticky, first of all, they're gonna be like, "Who the hell got my name and my date of birth?" Let me call this person back. Now, guess what? Here's the trick. When they call you, do not answer the phone. Do not answer the phone. Turn around and go back to the house. Because guess what? Oh, they at the house now, baby. You got to see me. So that's how you do when people don't show.
Okay, John, but say if they call
What's
you back the
another
next
objection?
day, so you're not in the area no more, and they call you back the next day, or you say still don't answer the phone?
Oh, no, I ain't answering no phones.
So say, I went by the
See,
house, I knocked it.
if I answer,
Go ahead.
if I answer the phone, that's going to give them an opportunity to object and say, "Oh no, I ain't interested. I ain't interested. I don't want that." Yada yada yada. So no, even if they're not, like, let's say for instance, like, you're just gonna say, well, if they call the next day, guess what? They're gonna be the first person on my door knock list.
I got you.
So if I got an appointment at 10, I'm going to door knock them at 8:30. First person on the list. Because I know they got. So when I pull up at the house, I'm gonna say, "Oh, hey, Miss Rainey, I see you got my note from yesterday. I called you. It must didn't go through because I didn't get a call. Hey, you fill this form out. Here's what you filled out. Hey, you got 10, 15 minutes for me to go over with you. Wipe my feet on the mat. Hey, where can we sit down and talk?" That's how you control that.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. What else you got? Who got another objection?
Can you text it to me or email me?
Can I text it or email it to you? Hey, so, well, listen, here's what I can't do. I can't text you because it's way too much information. And then plus, with HIPAA laws and stuff like that, I don't want to get in trouble, if, messages get encrypted or get stolen. So what I'm going to do is I'll just swing by there between 9 and 11 o'clock tomorrow, and I'll just go over this information with you real quick. I got 4 other appointments I got to get to, so I'll really, really be in a hurry. Does that work for you? Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you want to role play with me. If not, I'm going to call on somebody. Let's see. Where I want to go. Let's see. No, she's there. All right, Danielle, come on.
All right.
All right, you ready?
I mean, I guess so, yeah. I've been reading over it as we've been talking.
Oh yeah, you ready? Absolutely. Well, let's do the bang bang lead script first. All right. So
All right.
you say ring ring.
Let me-
I'm gonna say hello.
All right, let me pull it back up because I was copying them off the email you sent. All right, ring ring.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hi, this is Danielle. I'm calling about the internet request you submitted, inquiring about the state regulated programs for people your age. I just want to make sure you're still at 123 Main Street. Is that correct?
Well, hold on. This is who? I can't understand what you're saying. This is who?
This is Danielle. I'm calling about the internet request you submitted inquiring about the state regulated programs for people your age. I just want to make sure you're still at 123 Main Street. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's me, baby. But I don't. What is this for again?
It's for the state regulated programs for people your age. They have me in your area tomorrow morning doing some drop-offs. Does 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. work best for you to stop by to get this info over to you?
So you gotta stop. You gotta come by my house. I don't really like people come by my house.
That's okay. I'll be real quick. I just have to come over and give you this information.
Okay, 9 a.m. That'll work.
All right, sounds great. So do me a favor and write this down. My name is Danielle.
Okay.
I'm gonna be there at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm gonna give you this number to identify me when I get there. It's 486-419.
Okay.
And the house number, does it show up on your mailbox, on the garage?
Well, it's on the house.
Okay, what color's your house?
It's a blue wood house.
All right, sounds good. I will see you when I get there. I'm a short girl with dark hair, and I will see you at 9.
All right.
I fell off.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll take that was pretty good. That was pretty good. No cap. That was pretty good.
It'd probably be better if I wasn't chewing gum.
Yeah. That's
So I
that's
got
how
rid
you
of
have to. No, that was excellent. That was excellent.
All right.
You know, and another thing, I didn't put it in the script. But one of the things I would also make sure you guys find out is if they live in an actual house or an apartment complex. Because what you don't want to do is get there and then there's a gate code that you gotta have to get in the gate and all that kind of stuff. So find out if they are in an apartment complex or a house. So you can kind of ask that one too. Danielle,
Okay.
that was pretty good. I'm gonna be honest with
Okay.
That
you. That wasn't
good.
bad at all.
I feel like I fumbled a little bit, but
Yeah.
I'll get it.
You did fine. You did fine. And listen, even if you do fumble, remember these are like live, like real conversations. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to be perfect.
Right.
You know, I'm not perfect on my script. I'm like I do that all the time. You know, so I'm not perfect. Not even a little bit. Okay. All right, Vario, let's go. Let's do it. Mr. 17 hang-ups.
That was a crazy day, bro. All right. All right. Let's go. Ring, ring.
Hello.
I'm on direct mail one too. Direct mail number 2.
Okay. That's fine.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, John, this is Alvario from the Georgia Department of Insurance. I had a note to give you a buzz about the request you submitted for the state-regulated final expense plans for Georgia residents, and I want to get this information out to you. Now, I see that you wrote down your age is 60. Are you still 60 or are you 61 yet?
Man, first of all, this is who?
Hey, man, this is Alvario. This is Alvario with Georgia Department of Insurance. Hey, you had submitted a request about the state-regulated final expense plans for Georgia residents, and I got to get this information out to you. I was seeing if you still 60 or have you turned 61 yet?
Hey, man. Hey, listen. I don't remember filling out no forms. I don't know why you calling me. I ain't do that. You keep that where you at.
Hey, man, I completely understand. I had breakfast this morning. I don't remember when I ate. So you wrote down that your address is on 123 Main Street. Is that correct?
Hold up. Didn't I just tell you that I ain't want that? And you got how you get my address? Listen. Yeah. I ain't feeling that not for me. I don't know how you got my address. Take me off that list.
Unfortunately, I can't do that. You fill this out, so it has your handwriting on it, so I can show you your handwriting once I get there to your house. So they have me in the area tomorrow about 5:30 doing some other client qualifications. So a quick question: are you still working or retired?
I mean, you real like I don't think you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Then I told you I am not interested. Look, don't come by my house. I ain't interested. I don't want it.
Cool. It'll take me about 10, 15 minutes and I'll be out of here. So when are you generally around the house? Mornings, afternoons, or evenings?
Man, look, obviously you ain't getting what I'm saying, but probably Man, evening times, man.
Evening time? Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. So I'll be there by about 5 p.m. So real quick, does a house number show up on the mailbox, garage, or the actual house?
It show up on a house. Hold on. So
Okay.
how long you gonna be here? Listen, I ain't trying to be sitting up with nobody all day. How long you trying to be here? Because I ain't got no whole lot of time, man. I don't even know you for you to be coming to my house.
Like I said, man, it takes about 10, 15 minutes, and I'll be in and out of there quick. So I'll be pulling up in the black Mustang, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5.
There you go. Perfect. That's it. What you just did right there. That's it. If they belligerent and like that at the end, I ain't even going through all the rest of that. Hey, look, I'm coming tomorrow, 5:30. I'll be in a black SUV or a black Mustang. So when you see me, you know it's me. I'll see you tomorrow at 5, between 5 and 5:30. Excellent job. Excellent job. So again, like I will say to you guys, if they are still on the phone with you, like they giving you all these excuses, all these reasons, but they still on the phone, then guess what? We still talking. I ain't hanging up. You gonna have to hang up. But obviously you still want to talk to me because you still talking, because you could have hung the phone up 2 minutes ago. So again, y'all, it doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter what they say. The end goal is to try to book the appointment. Okay. Now I'm going to say this to you. I'm not trying to figure out no information. Now, this is just me personally. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm just speaking for me. I'm not trying to figure out any information. I'm not trying to figure out, what your health conditions are. I'm not trying to figure out when the last time you were in a hospital. I'm not trying to figure out, none of that stuff. I'm just trying to get you to say, okay, fine. You can come at 5 o'clock. I'll take care of the rest of it when I get there. Right? And really and truly, if I have enough appointments, I don't care if you no-show me. Because if I got 20 appointments booked for the week, to hell with it. If you don't no-show me, I got 19 other appointments. I'm good. Right? There's a book that's called shoot, I just can't think of it. What's the name of my book? The No book.
A go for no.
Go for no. Thank you. There's a book that's called Go for No. If you read that book, you are going to, I guarantee you, if you got 20 appointments booked, you're going to be like, great, I'm glad they no-showed me so I can hurry up and get to my next appointment. Good, I'm glad they said no. Let me hurry up and get through so I can get to my next appointment. You want to get through as many no's as you possibly can to get to your yes. That's what Go for No gives you. But you can't do that with just booking 2 and 3 appointments, because you're gonna be nervous as hell, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, I gotta sell these 3. Oops, sorry, I gotta sell these 3 appointments." When you are booking 15 to 20 appointments, people no showing you, you ain't even care. You're gonna be like, "All right, well, that's they lost. Let me hurry up and get to my next appointment." So that book, Go for No, put that on your list. Hey, Alex, you said, can you? I think I pretty much sent everybody a copy of the scripts. If I did not, put your emails in the chat, and I'll get those back out to you if you do not have them.
John, real quick, what do you mean when you say go for no? Like if you book, like sometimes everybody may say on a Saturday morning, can you be here at 10? And you're trying to schedule them out, but everybody want a 10 o'clock appointment. So what do you mean when you say so what I try to do is try and book them similar, maybe get to somebody's house early, but then I don't want to piss the next person off because they may want insurance and I get there late. So what do you mean go for no?
Mm-hmm. So no, Go for No is a book that teaches you basically how to change the mindset of thinking that the yeses are the most important thing. So Go for No just means that, okay, if I got 20 appointments, I'm gonna get 15 no's. So I'm trying to hurry up and get 15 no's out the way so I can get to my 5 yeses. That's what Go for No means.
Okay.
So it's just a way of making you think that, you know what, okay, they didn't show up. All right, cool, no problem. Scratch that one off the list. Let me get to my next appointment. They told me no. All right, cool, no problem. Let me hurry up and get through that one so I can get to my next one, right? But again, like I was saying, you can't, if you don't have enough appointments, if you only got 3 or 4 appointments booked for that week, you can't go for no.
Right.
You can't go for no in that situation because you got to make those happen. But if I got 20 booked, I know I'm gonna get 15 to I'm gonna get, let's just say 10 to 15 no's. So my job is to try to hurry up and get through as many no's as I possibly can so I can get to my yeses. Right? Because when you got that many appointments booked, it's like playing with house money. You can't lose. You can't lose. So that's what Go for No means. And then on you had mentioned about like almost like double booking in a sense. This is one thing I've been able to use to kind of get away with stuff like that. Like if I'm late to an appointment and somebody's ticked off about it, I say, hey, listen, Miss Rainey or Kim, let me just say, I was sitting with a client and we had to fill out some very, very important paperwork. And that's why I'm late. So my apologies for that. So that's kind of how I sometimes get through. I get through that deal. Does it work all the time? No, but for the most part, people have an understanding. But yeah, that's so. If you can do this, guys, this is going to help you tremendously. But like what Kim says, you have to dial and dial and dial and dial some more and dial the next day and dial at night and dial during lunch and dial in the morning and dial on Saturday and dial on Friday. You got to squeeze the life out of these leads. I'm giving you the firepower to overcome the objections. But the thing is this, if you don't put that work, if you don't put the work is the dialing, guys. The work is the dialing. So if you can get through the dial, and I'm gonna tell you, every day you dial, you should be trying to beat your dial numbers from the previous day. So if you dial 115 dials on Monday, then on Tuesday, you need to be trying to do 120 or 115, right? And if that week you did 300 dials that week, the next week you need to be trying to do 350 dials. You gotta play a game. Like, how many dials can I get through? I don't care if they answer, if they say no. Like, I gotta get through them because there are gems in there. You just gotta find them, but you gotta dial and sift through them to find them. It's the only way you're gonna be able to do it. So your schedule is going to be important. So if your dial day is Monday, then that means you need to be dialing on Monday. You don't need to be running errands and doing all that stuff. If you have your leads, dial on Monday. Like, that's all you're doing on Monday. Right? Let your family and your friends know what your schedule is, so that way they not interrupting you. Because what you're going to get is people they're going to be trying to call you and they're going to be saying, hey girl, we did this, and you got this going on. You know, can you come by, or you know, can you come pick me up and take me here and yada. No, no, I don't have time. This is my dial day. The only thing I'm doing on today is dialing, right? Or set up enough time in your schedule early in the morning to take care of your business. After that, you got to be tunnel vision on dialing. So if I make 300 dials, that probably means I didn't got in contact with like 50 people. Out of 50 people, I didn't probably, let's see, 50 contacts. I didn't probably booked out of 50 contacts, maybe somewhere between 15 and 20 appointments. Out of 20 appointments, I'm probably going to sit with anywhere from 6 to 10 people. That means I'm going to have 10 no-shows. So get ready. Out of those 6 to 10 people I sit with, I probably submit anywhere from 2 to 5 applications, especially if you're doing a husband and a wife. Those are the numbers. And then when you get, the better you get at doing this, the more those numbers are going to go up. The more confidence you get. This is a confidence thing. That's how I can talk to you guys, because I'm confident about it. I can dial appointments and book because I'm confident about it. Again, and I'm gonna end it here. You're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have a great week, a good week, and you're gonna have a I can't do this ish week. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have some I want to quit days. You're gonna have some, man, I'm glad I did it. I'm doing it. It's gonna all be mixed in there together. It's like a gumbo. It's all stewing. It's all in there together. Okay. Look, last thing, Megan Wood. The reason that she's the number one in the company, it ain't because of her ability to sell. It's because she has an unlimited amount of people to talk to every single week. That's the gist of it. She just, I mean, I can't spend the amount of money that she's spending on leads. But if I was spending that amount of money, yeah, I'll be writing $1 million in business too. So it's like, that's what it boils down, you know, for her. It ain't that she's the greatest. She ain't the best salesman. I mean, yeah, by numbers she is, but it probably ain't because she's the best salesman. It's just because she spends $2,000 a week on leads. So yeah, she's supposed to write that. She's supposed to do, you know, $25,000, $30,000 in annual premium a week, spending $1,500 to $2,000 a week on leads. She's supposed to do that. It's just a numbers game. I mean, she probably, that's like, I don't know, 1,000 leads a week. Yeah. She's supposed to do that. So don't get upset. Like, don't get obsessed with the numbers. You do what you can do. And then you use me to help you dial, to help you go over, okay, they gave me this objection. Like my channel, like Avario does this all the time, y'all. I know, because I talk to Avario probably, I don't know, 1,500 times a week. So he calls me and say, hey, I had this objection. How do I overcome it? This happened to me. How do I overcome this? What do I say? Use me as a ploy, as a tool to help you get over it.
Hey, John,
Fake it till you make it.
I apologize for all the
Great,
noise in the
great
background.
point. Yep.
I'm at a game, so I apologize for that. But I do have a question. How do you get past? And I know what to say as far as if somebody say I already have a policy or whatever. How do you implement or squeeze in the fact that you would like to do a policy review will we ever have an opportunity to learn how to actually do a review of a policy? Because I really don't know how to do that. I'm brand new to the business. So I would really love to learn how to do a policy review to kind of get past that objection. You know, just look at what they currently have and see if we have something better. So how do you get that part in?
Are these leads that you're talking about, or just people that you know?
In general, people that you know. For sure leads, because you always get that pushback. I already have coverage. I don't need any more coverage, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But how do you get them to give you the opportunity to look at what they currently have to see if you have anything better to offer them?
Yeah, I mean, so the objection just goes as it goes. Hey, well, first of all, I'm glad you got that taken care of, right? So that makes my job super simple. I just got to get by. I'll drop this information off to you. Whatever you choose to do with this info is completely up to you. What time works best for you? Now, when you get to the house, a lot of times they just telling you that because they want to get you off the phone. A lot of times these people, they ain't got no insurance. They just saying that because they don't want to talk to you. But if you do come across the fact that somebody does have it, and let's say you get to the house and they say, hey, listen, I told you I already got it. Great. One of the things that is awesome about my company is that they allow us to do free policy reviews for all of our clients and anybody we come in contact with. Hey, you got about 10, 15 minutes. I'll just sit down with you, go over your policy. Doesn't cost you anything to do that. And that's how I try to do my policy reviews.
So doing a policy review, what are you looking for? What are we looking for with that? So can we get training on how to do a policy review?
So we absolutely, we can do that Wednesday. But one of the resources that we had, and I put this in the group, I think maybe last week sometime, but we actually have a link on NAA University where there is like a bullet list of things to go over during a policy review. So you can just have that paperwork with you, and you can just check those bullet points off as you're going over that policy with that person. So it say like whole life. Okay, perfect. Here's what you got. So the name of your company is Mutual of Omaha. You've got $30,000 in coverage. It is a whole life policy. Okay. Your premiums are this much every single month. Here is your policy number. Here's what you have in cash value. So with cash value, here's how that works. So you got $5,000 built into your cash value policy. So if you need to borrow off of that cash value, you got up to $5,000 that you can take out of that policy. Here's where that is. Right now, if you take $5,000 out of your cash value, they're going to subtract that from your death benefit. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Perfect. And then you just go down the checklist. So we actually we have that available. Great question.
Okay,
because policy reviews are going to be.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say I'll go and check it out. Kimberly just shared that with me as well, that there's something on the university. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. NAA the university has everything. Like there ain't nothing that they ain't thought about. Everything is there. But yes, policy reviews are going to be awesome because guess what you can also get from policy reviews? Referrals. Even if you didn't write the policy, you can still get referrals. So definitely do policy reviews. Okay. Anybody else got anything before we jump off? Any questions? Anything that you guys feel like I need to go over before we move on? All right, perfect. So with that being said, y'all, like don't let dial day ruffle your feathers. Have fun with it. Try to compete with yourself. Remember, the more dials you make, the more opportunities you get to talk with people. The more people you talk to, the more appointments you book. Right? So it's just one of those things where, hey, keep dialing. Don't, and when you book appointments, like don't get crazy happy about it. Keep dialing. Keep dialing. Don't lose your momentum. Keep going. The dialing is what's going to help you get into your business. What's going to help your business grow. But it's also the number one reason why agents fail in this business too. Right? Because they don't have enough people to talk to. It's kind of how it works. Okay. 2 lead sources. You got Bang Bang leads, and then you've got the Alliance Direct Mail lead for final expense, as well as mortgage protection. I mean, there's a ton of lead sources out here. So you guys can use whichever one you feel free. Okay. All right. That's it. That's all I got. If you guys have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out, shoot me a text, give me a call, and let's get the dialing started. Let's get rolling. Y'all be easy. Have a great rest of your night.
Alice, I just wanted to let you guys know I just posted the link to the policy review checklist on the WhatsApp.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thank
Great
you,
meeting.
John. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night.
Oh, recording. There we go. I always forget to record.